So today we're talking about this mouse right here, which is the Lamzu Atlantis Mini. So it's a pretty cool mouse, and you're probably asking yourself, how does it compare to the Superlight, the other ultralight mouse? A lot of people are probably attracted to this because of the advertised 49-gram weight by Lamzu. You probably can tell, but it is just slightly shorter than the Superlight for comparison there. It is a mini mouse. So the first thing you'd probably notice about this mouse is where Lamzu has taken some liberties to remove some material. You can see on the bottom all the material that's been evacuated from the shell in order to reach that 49-gram advertised weight. The plastic is definitely very thin. If you pinch your mouse on the side, if you're a pincher, you really grab that mouse on the side, you will definitely feel the shell of this mouse buckle. So just a heads up for you. It does have a nice little profile on the inside where it's very comfortable to pinch. Like, you can hear it creaking because it just wants to, that plastic just wants to move. Overall, it's okay, but I mean, this is really the trade-off when you get to these lighter weight mice, is they're gonna have to remove material somewhere. So if it's on the shell, that's fine. For me, it didn't change the way I used it at all. Due to the lower profile, it definitely fits in the hand a little cozier than the Superlight. This isn't really a problem for me. I didn't really have any issues using it. I'd say this has satisfactory build quality results. I mean, I don't really see anybody really breaking this. I mean, you could, if you squeeze it that hard, you definitely could break the shell, but I don't really see anybody breaking it because of that. The overall design of the mouse, it's sleek, it's elegant. I do appreciate it. I do like the Superlight more. I'd like the Superlight in my hands a little more than a Lamzu Atlantis Mini, but I think that's just because I have bigger hands. The profile on this mouse is very nice. It's lower to the ground. It's definitely lighter. It's again, the advertised 49 grams. I got 50 grams, but it's decent. Now, this mouse does come with the Pixart 3395 sensor, which is a 26K DPI sensor. There were a few Razer products, I believe, that use that same sensor. There's a slew of other mice on the market that use the same sensor. I haven't had any issues with it. It's worked very reliably for me. I haven't had the mouse cursor bouncing around anywhere. It hasn't messed up on me in FPS games. So overall, it is a very decent sensor. In the box, you do get a few doodads, which are rather nice. The USB-C cable that comes with the Lamzu is bent up at an angle, which is a nice touch. So it's not in the way so much when you have to charge it. I will say, not every USB-C cable I have put into the mouse has worked. So if you're like me and you use one USB-C cable to charge everything, just user beware, not every USB-C cable will fit inside of this. Lamzu does include an extra set of PTFE skates, which was a very nice touch. Not every manufacturer obviously does that. The skates that they actually give you cover more surface area, which I do like. That's one of the things I really like about the Superlight, is how much surface area makes contact with your mouse pad. The ones that they give you originally on this mouse are just like the corners, which I don't like that. I don't like the feel of that. I like more surface area making contact with the mouse pad. Me, personally, I think it's a better feel. So this mouse does have 6 programmable buttons. You got M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and then you got a DPI button on the bottom here, which is pretty nifty. I know there are a few people out there that like to go between different DPIs in the games that they play. It's one thing that the Superlight does not have. Superlight does not have a DPI changer. You need to use software. On the Lamzu, you do not. You can just press the button to select your profile. Lamzu does include software for this mouse. Again, if you've watched any of the other videos, mouse manufacturers should really take a page out of the Wu-Ting playbook, where you just go to a web UI and you can do all your software functionality there instead of having to install a piece of software or bloatware to your computer. But seeing as how, again, I am forced to install software, the software is decent enough. It's a low profile software. You can rebind all your buttons. You can make your macros, and you can set your 5 DPI presets. You can't, however, which I would like to see to be able to do in software, is to bind mouse wheel scroll turbo to one of the side buttons like you can in the Razer software. It makes tap strafing in games like Apex much easier, having to hold a button over having to continuously hit up on the scroll wheel. So Lamzu advertises battery life long on the Atlantis Mini sale page here on their own website. It was actually really hard to find what the advertised battery life is for this mouse, so I actually had to do a little bit of digging. The number that kept coming back was 70 hours. I can't confirm whether that is true or not. I have seen threads on Reddit of people complaining about bad battery life and potentially bad batteries, so consumer beware. I haven't had any issues. I've charged this mouse a grand total of twice in the, I'd say, month I've been using it. I haven't really had any issues, but the issues do exist out there. On the sale page of the mouse, it doesn't actually list what switches it uses. I actually found in a comment below, it says it uses the Huano transparent blue pink shell dot switches, which does fit the bill. They are transparent. They do say Lamzu on them though, so I don't know if that's a Huano and Lamzu team up, but either way, I think the switches sound fine. I think they sound really crisp. They feel fine as well. I've had no issues with them. You definitely will hit all your headshots with this guy. Now this mouse retails for $89.99 before shipping and handling, because it will ship to you from China. It did take about 10 days to get to my door, which I don't mind waiting. Some people out there might think that they'll be able to buy it and it'll be in like within the week. No, you're gonna be waiting, like, but it is worth the wait. It is a nice mouse to use, and as far as value goes, you get a lot of bang for your buck. There aren't a lot of sub $100 mice out there that offer what this mouse is offering. And of course, I'm talking about the USB-C charging, 6 buttons, a DPI switcher on the bottom, and the advertised 49-gram weight. Now, obviously, the main competitor to this guy is going to be the Logitech Superlight, and this mouse retails for $159.99 USD. If the weight of a mouse is something that you judge heavily in your determining factor on if the mouse is going to be good for you, then I would definitely say this is a mouse for you. So who is the Lamzu Atlantis Mini for? The Lamzu Atlantis Mini is for somebody who's looking for a super light type of mouse without spending over $100. If you're in that category, then this mouse is for you. It feels nice in the hand. It's got a good shape. It feels very well built. The switches are great. The battery life to me seems fine, and it's under $100. What more could you want? For the people that are out there that are looking for that type of mouse, yes, pull the trigger, go get it. You'll have a blast. If you'd like to help this YouTube channel grow, please consider subscribing, liking this video, or even sharing it with one of your friends. If you want to see some other gaming tech videos like the one I did on the Superlight, check out my profile or the description. And until next time, GG.